Go.
Good morning, Mohawks. This is
Ella
and Jazz.
with your Mohawks Newsflash.
Today is a Fun Fact Friday, March 12, 2021.
Today we will have some fun facts about tornadoes.
Because in the spring is when tornadoes most likely happen.
And yesterday was a tornado drill, so we thought this would be a good topic to talk about. Important school announcements.
Monday is the last day to sign up for volleyball. Girls at 3rd to 5th grade, if you want to sign up, make sure you bring in the form by Monday.
Kids, don't forget to remind your parents to turn the clocks forward 1 hour for daylight saving time.
Today also began our discount card fundraiser. The fundraiser will end on March 22nd, and we are trying to make enough money to create an interactive game room.
March 16th, 17th, 18th, we will be selling Shamrock Shakes in the cafeteria for $1.
Now let's talk about some tornado facts.
A tornado is a rapidly spinning tube of air that touches both the ground and the clouds above.
The Fujita scale is a common way of measuring the strength of tornadoes. The scale ranged from F0 tornadoes that cause minimal damage to an F5 tornadoes which cause massive damage.
Most tornadoes have wind speeds less than 100 miles per hour, but extreme tornadoes can reach wind speeds over 300 miles per hour.
The deadliest tornado in U.S. history was called the Tri-State Tornado. It traveled through Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana.
It's left a path of destructive 219 miles long.
An F5 tornado with wind speeds of 300 miles per hour nearly destroyed the town of Xenia in 1974. This was the largest tornado in Ohio history and killed around 33 people.
Weather radars are using to detect tornadoes and give advance warnings.
Basements and other underground areas are the safest place to seek refuge during a tornado. It is also best to stay away from windows.
This month at school, we will be having tornado drills so that when we know what in case of a tornado while at school.
Today for lunch we are having
Hot dogs on a bun, baked beans, baked chips, and pineapple.
today's joke of the day.
Jazz. Why didn't the oven go to college?
I don't know.
Because it had a lot of degrees.
Ella,
Yeah?
what did the ocean say to the beach?
I don't know.
Nothing. It just waved.
Today's weather will be
Partly cloudy, high of 60. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 33. Today's birthdays are
There are no birthdays. Now let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next up is our inspirational video all about tornadoes by Mystery Doug called
Why are tornadoes hard to predict?
Hi, it's Doug. Making a mini tornado like I'm doing here is so fun. But tornadoes in real life are no fun at all. I grew up in a place where tornadoes would happen every year. Luckily, no one ever got hurt. But when a tornado was spotted, the town would sound the sirens and everyone knew to take shelter. Someone named Hai Ming has a question about tornadoes. Let's give him a call now.
Hi, Doug.
Hey, Hai Ming.
I have a question for you. Why is it so hard to predict a tornado?
That's a great question.
Tornadoes are a type of extreme weather made of powerful, swirling winds. Some tornadoes are strong enough to tear buildings apart, like this one. Watch this. It tears the roof off that house. You see that? The most powerful tornadoes can leave behind entire towns that have been destroyed. That's what you're seeing here. Because of how dangerous tornadoes can be, weather forecasters try to warn people if a tornado is going to happen. That way everyone nearby can get somewhere safe. The more time people have before a tornado hits, the less likely they are to get hurt. So forecasters try to predict tornadoes as far ahead of time as they can. But for most of history, the only warning you got about a tornado was if you looked outside and you saw one. Today, tornado warnings have gotten a lot better, and that's thanks to tools like radar, which help forecasters see patterns in the weather. But tornado warnings still aren't great. Most times, people only get warned about 13 minutes ahead of time. That's not much time at all. What do you think makes it so hard to predict tornadoes ahead of time? Now would be a good time to pause the video and discuss. Okay, you ready? It might help us figure this out if we compare tornadoes with another form of extreme weather, hurricanes. Unlike tornadoes, hurricanes are pretty easy to predict. Usually, hurricane warnings give people at least 2 days before a hurricane hits. That's enough time to pack up your things and get somewhere safe. But hurricanes form very differently than tornadoes do. You see, hurricanes start out over the ocean. Then they travel for days or even weeks before they hit the land. Scientists can easily see the clouds of a hurricane forming, so they can figure out where a hurricane is likely to hit and how strong it will be. Tornadoes aren't like that. They form over land and quickly swoop down out of the sky to touch the ground. Tornadoes can form and start causing destruction within minutes. Scientists don't have days or weeks to predict them like they do with hurricanes. Instead, scientists look at weather maps showing big thunderstorms like this. This is a storm moving across the U.S. state of Oklahoma. Scientists put together weather images like a video to try and spot where tornadoes are forming. Did you catch the tornado here? Let's watch again. The tornado starts right there on the edge of the storm. It was really quick. Tornadoes are there, and then they're gone. So it's hard to predict exactly where and when a tornado will hit. But scientists have figured out that at the very least, they can pay attention to what weather conditions are likely to lead to tornadoes. That way, people can be on the lookout. The first thing scientists look for is a thunderstorm. But not every thunderstorm creates a tornado. Scientists check for strong winds from different directions, coming together in just the right way to create a vortex. Kind of like when you unplug the drain in a bathtub. The water starts to swirl and makes a vortex going down the drain. In a tornado, there's a vortex of air, but it's going upward into the storm clouds above. Today, scientists are working on better ways to predict tornadoes using computers. They hope that eventually they'll be able to predict tornadoes up to an hour in advance, so people have more time to prepare. But tornadoes will never have as much warning time as things like hurricanes. Luckily, people in tornado zones often have basements and tornado shelters which can protect them, even if a tornado comes quickly. So, in summary, scientists know that tornadoes come from big thunderstorms with strong, spinning winds. But predicting exactly when and where tornadoes will hit is still really difficult. That's all for this week's question. Thanks, Hai Meng, for asking it. Now, for the next episode,